Hi, and welcome back to the show. Well, Bitcoins are coming and being spoken about everywhere, but it all comes down to risk and how do you perceive risk and how do you manage risk. For that, we've got Bobby Savell from Ultimate Tax and Advisor going to pop in the studio and talk to us about risk so you're comfortable and moving forward and protecting and growing your business. Well, we're back in the studio. Bobby, how are you?
Michael, I'm very good. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, Bobby, we were talking a little bit off air, and when we spoke, you were saying you were having a conversation with a friend about Bitcoins.
Yes.
And it came about risk aversion and everything to do with that.
Well, we're in the tax and advisory business, Michael, as you know, and people always come and ask me, oh, what do you think of the next big thing going on? And obviously, as you see through Facebook, through the internet, all the news articles, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, everything. It's really out there at the moment.
And you were talking to him, and he gave you a bit of a history, didn't he, on how currencies were actually formed?
Yeah, so we were actually speaking with our financial advisor, and he was actually just asking the question, what does he feel about the whole cryptocurrency Bitcoin saga? And he said, first of all, we got to take a step back in time and understand how money, the exchange rates actually came about. So. He was saying before about the 1960s, how the exchange rates for each country were coming about was the amount of gold that you had in the country.
So you had a dollar note in your pocket, somewhere there was a dollar's worth of gold.
Effectively.
Right.
And then once the gold sort of didn't really matter so much, that's when fluctuations and exchange rates sort of came into play. But I found it very interesting about that. And why we got talking about that was because he was saying Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is quite risky. Because what's backing it?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, the term sounds really nice when you call it a coin.
Yes.
But it's not a physical item.
No.
And I'm not quite sure what backs it or how it got made. And I do understand that cryptocurrencies at the moment, or Bitcoin in particular, they've limited the amount that's going to be released. But how does that work on a currency with inflation and trading, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Neither am I. And I look back and saying, well, okay, let's not talk about currency so much. Let's talk about the valuation of businesses and how is a business valued and what's their share price, BHP, for example.
Yeah.
And once again, people go, oh, that's just made up numbers anyway. Well, no, they've actually got a tangible asset. They've got goodwill. They've got profits. They've got systems, they've got a growing business.
They give you distribution.
Exactly, they've got dividend distributions for your investment as a reimbursement. At the moment, it's just hard to say what's actually backing Bitcoin and these other cryptocurrencies and in the whole dark web saga.
But I know, like in Bitcoin, you know, they're bringing out your cards now. People are trading Bitcoin like a real currency. And I must admit, I'm kind of going, okay, it's a little bit beyond me, and they're trading on different stock exchanges. I'm not even quite sure how they got it on exchanges to start off with.
I think it's all about knowledge, Michael. I really think that it's about people who don't understand it, like myself, and you've said yourself, that just we haven't researched enough into it, and that's why people perceive it to be such a big risk factor.
Yes.
It's so risky because we don't know about it, just like everything, really.
I suppose when you take that back into business, and you have your consultancy arm that helps businesses grow, is this where you start to really help businesses? The more they understand about their businesses and how that interacts in the marketplace, that's what gives them the confidence to take the expansion and the growth?
Yes, so we've actually, speaking about the consultancy side of things, we've actually brought our own business mentoring package, which is effectively your own business advisor as an employee in your own business. So what we do is we understand business owners are really delving in their business, like they've got the blinkers on, and they just going day by day, just going through the motions.
Eyes are down, focused on what they need to get done.
Which is fine. You need to get this done. But then, when that gets done, where's the next bit coming from? Where's the next job come from? Where's the next service or product that you're providing to your customers? Where's that coming from? So that's where we are trying to help business owners really sort of open up their way of thinking and go, okay, this is where we want to head. Everyone wants to grow their business. Everyone wants to own $1 million business, right?
Get more clients, yeah.
But the thing is, do you have the systems in place to get there? So what we like to do, we like to reverse engineer everything. Okay, you want to have $1 million, $10 million, even $100 million business.
Yeah.
What do you need to do to get there? What steps are there to get there?
So that's fascinating. So the mentoring package that you're releasing, come on, tell me more about that.
Right,
it's like a virtual employee. It's like, this is good.
Well, it's not really virtual, because what I like to do is we actually go out and with our team and meet with you.
Right.
As a business owner, we don't do it. We of course, there's some online items which we have, and Skype and phone calls and whatnot. But you know, really, once a month we get in with you, have an in-depth conversation, and assess your big goals for the next month.
Yes.
And you know, how will you achieve those, and what will happen if you don't achieve them. So it's all stemming back from your end goal of being, you know, that $1 million turnover, for example. If you're $100,000 turnover now, you want to head to $1 million. Okay, cool. Different systems need to be in place. So, as I've mentioned to you earlier, quite a few times, we actually are different to business advice. Well, we're a complete business advisor. Your general business advisors, when you go to your accountant, they generally just look at your tax deductions and maybe a few bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But as you know, we are very out there and sort of like alternative business advisors. Progressive. We actually talk about the sales, marketing, employees, HR, you know, all these, your business systems, all these things to put in place.
What challenges does that bring to you as a business owner, expanding in such a complete, comprehensive range of services?
Challenges? There's a lot, because there's obviously, through my training of being an accountant, through uni, through my life of working for other people, it's always been that this is the way accountants, this is it. Times are changing. And so every single business, doesn't matter if it's a service business or a product business, there's people are finding new and better ways to do things.
Wow.
And this is just something that we've thought, okay, how can we, one, create more value for our clients, and two, what do clients want?
What a great question. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more of risk, understanding it and why it can actually work for you, and understanding what clients want. We'll be right back with you.